All right, if you're part of a nonprofit in California, you've probably heard the buzz, or maybe the alarm bells. The world of AI just got, well, a whole lot more complicated. There are new rules on the books, and believe me, they are a game changer for how you can use AI to push your mission forward. So let's just jump right in and unpack what this really means for you.
Okay, so I want you to meet Maria. She's the director of a local nonprofit, and she is absolutely crushing it. I mean, to make her small team's life easier, she brought in some AI tools, to help sort through grant applications, personalize outreach to donors, and it was working great. But now she's seeing all these headlines about new, super complex state AI laws. And that feeling, that knot in your stomach, she's got it. She's asking herself, wait a minute, are the very tools that helped us do more good now putting our entire mission on the line? And here's the thing, Maria is not alone in this, not by a long shot. This is the new reality for nonprofits all across the state. These AI rules, they definitely feel like a huge challenge, but I promise, it's one you can absolutely get through with the right game plan.
So why does this feel so overwhelming? Well, for someone like Maria, this list isn't just a bunch of bullet points. Vague regulations means she doesn't even know where to start or what questions to ask. Hidden bias, that's terrifying. It means the AI tools she's using to identify families for food aid could be, completely by accident, skipping over an entire neighborhood. And protecting sensitive community data, that's not just a legal thing, right? That is the absolute bedrock of the trust she's built.
Okay, so with all these very real challenges staring you in the face, what's the next step? The answer isn't to just ditch these powerful AI tools and go back to the old way of doing things. No way. It's about making sure you're using them safely and responsibly. And the key, the real path forward, is something called an AI safety assessment.
Let's not get intimidated by the official sounding name. An AI safety assessment. Think of it like a full health checkup for your tech. It's not just about ticking a box for legal compliance. It's a deep dive to make sure your AI is fair, that it's secure, and that it's transparent. And those three things, privacy, equity, transparency, they're the pillars holding up the trust you've worked so hard to earn.
And here's the good news. This assessment process isn't some huge, impossible mountain you have to climb. It's actually a pretty structured journey with clear, totally manageable steps. So let's actually walk through what that journey looks like step by step.
So this right here, this is basically your roadmap. Step 1, risk and gap analysis. That's just a fancy way of saying you gotta ask the hard questions. Like, could our fundraising AI accidentally be ignoring a whole group of people? That's a huge deal. Then step 2, ethical use and privacy. This is where you make sure you're playing by the rules with privacy laws like the CCPA, especially when you're handling sensitive donor info. Step 3, overseeing AI is absolutely critical. It means a human is always in the loop. You can't just set it and forget it. And of course, you've got to educate your workforce, get everyone on the same page, and finally, prepare for audits. You need to be ready to show your work and prove you're doing things the right way. It's the whole shebang, really, for building that solid foundation of safety.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, this all sounds important, but is it urgent? And the answer to that is a resounding yes. This is not a kick the can down the road kind of problem. That regulatory clock, it is ticking, and it is ticking loudly.
You're going to want to circle this on your calendar, January 1st, 2026. That's the day the Transparency and Frontier Artificial Intelligence Act, or TFAIA, officially goes into effect. This is a landmark law, and it puts some really strict requirements on anyone, and yes, this absolutely includes nonprofits, using advanced AI systems. You'll need to assess and deal with any major risks.
Now, this number, this really drives home how serious this is. Now, while the biggest fines, up to $1 million, are probably aimed at the giant AI developers, the message is clear for everyone. Compliance is not optional. For any nonprofit, even a much smaller penalty or legal issue could be absolutely devastating. We're talking financially, sure, but also to your reputation and your very ability to operate.
I mean, look at this. It really couldn't be clearer. There are two paths forward. Down one path, you do nothing. And that can lead to fines, losing of trust of your donors, and worst of all, the very real possibility that your AI tools accidentally harm the people you're trying to help. But the other path, taking action now, that leads to legal compliance, stronger community trust, and the confidence of knowing your tech is actually making your mission stronger.
Because at the end of the day, this whole conversation isn't really about avoiding fines or legal headaches. It's about protecting the heart and soul of your organization. It's about protecting your mission. It's making darn sure that technology is serving your values and not the other way around.
So what's the real win here? What's the true payoff for doing this work? Well, it's safeguarding the very communities you pour your heart into serving. It's building even deeper, more powerful trust with the donors and stakeholders who believe in what you do. It's knowing, without a doubt, that your AI is an asset.
that it supports and doesn't hinder your mission. It's about making your organization stronger and more resilient for the long haul.
So we have to end with this question. This is the one that every single nonprofit leader in California should be asking themselves right now. Is the AI you're using truly pushing your mission forward? Or is it a hidden risk, a liability just waiting to bubble up to the surface? Answering that question honestly, that is the first and without a doubt the most important step you can take.